Hello and welcome everyone. So now that we have built our model by which we can insert the data into our form, let's build the actual logic which will make the data go into the form. So let's go to our editor and open index.php. Okay. In index.php we have our form, right? And we can see a button right here at the very bottom. So it is saying add. What I want you to do, I want you to change this button to an input type first. Change this to an input and change this type to submit. Okay, submit. Now add another attribute in here saying name, and we will write here add students. Okay, and we will put a value saying add. Now let's remove this too, we don't need this anymore. Okay, save this, come to your browser, hit refresh. Okay, everything is looking perfect. Okay, so now what we need to do is that we need to put two attributes in our form tag. The two attribute will be the action attribute and the method attribute. So in the action attribute we will pass in the name of the file where we want our form to be submitted. Okay, so we have created a file called insert_.php. I have created this file, guys. Okay, you also create this file inside this CredApp directory. Okay, just create this file insert_data.php, and in the action attribute we will specify the same name because we want our data to be submitted in that page, insert_data.php. And in the next attribute is the method attribute, and we can submit this data by using two methods. One is the get method, another is the post method. So if we use the get method, then this form data will pass through the URL. Okay, and if we use the post method, then the data will go through the HTTP body, and it's a more secure way to send the data. So therefore we will use the post method. Now save this. Now the next thing we need to do is to check whether the form is actually getting submitted or not. Okay, so getting submitted or not, or if we are clicking the submit button or whatever you say add button. Okay, so we will check whether if the user is clicking this add button or not. So we need to know the name of this add button, right? So what was its name? Its name was add students. Okay, first let's copy this name, add students. Now let's go to our insert_data.php. Okay, put in some PHP in here. Now we will check whether that button is pressed or not. So we'll write if is set, then $post. Okay, because the data is traveling through the post method, therefore we will use it like this. We are using the super global $post. Okay, and in here we will pass the name of the button, that is add students. So here we are checking whether this button is set or not, whether this button is pressed or not. So if it is set or pressed, whatever you can say, we will echo out a simple statement. Yes, it is pressed. Okay, semicolon, save this. Now come here, hit refresh. Okay, now click add. So here we can see that we are traveling to the insert_data.php and it is written here, yes, it is pressed. That means our form is getting submitted to this page perfectly. Okay, now what we want to do, we don't want to display any message right here. If the form submit button or the add button is pressed, that means the data is coming to this page. Now we want to extract the actual data, and we are having the data like the first name, the last name, and the age, correct? So we'll create three variables first. Say fname, which will be equal to, copy this, paste it here. Okay, and change this add students. Now we need to extract the data for the fname, right, for the first name. So if we go to our index.php file and we see that the input type for the first name has a name attribute and it is set to fname. Same for the last name, it is lname, and for age it is age. Okay, so come here and write fname, semicolon, copy this line and paste it two more times. Okay, now change this fname to lname. Okay, and change this age to age. Okay, see guys, one thing, that the name I'm using right here inside this quotation marks, okay, this should be exactly same as this name. Okay, this should be exactly same, but the variable I'm creating on the left hand side, you can name it anything. Okay, I am just naming it the same, but you can name anything. You can also remove the underscore from in between here if you want. Okay, like this. Okay, so we have 3 variables ready. Now the next thing is that we check for some validations. Okay, whether the data that we have inside these variables is valid or not, whether they are empty or not. So we need to do some validations before we insert the data into our database. So I will not take a long time to do a lot of validations. I will just make a small validation for this first name, and I will show you how we can do validations with PHP. Then we will just enter the data with using one validation only. Okay, if you want, you can practice on your own with more validations and make your application more good and flexible. Okay, so let's check for the first name. So if dollar first name, okay, f name, okay, we are checking for this variable, right? So if dollar f name equal to empty, okay, or this is or, okay, this is an or dollar. Now we will use the PHP built-in function to check whether the variable is empty or not, and the function is called empty, and in here we will pass in the variable name. Okay, this variable name. So here we are just checking whether this fname variable holds any data or not, whether it is empty or not. Okay, so we will write here a header function. Now if it has empty data, that means if it does not have any data, then we don't want to insert a empty blank field into our database, right? We want to show this error message to the user that, hey, you forgot your first name, insert the first name. Okay, so therefore we will use this header function right here, and we will pass in the location for the index page. Okay, without inserting the data into our database. So location semicolon index.php. Now we'll pass our validation message through the URL. That means we will be using the get function, guys. Okay, the get method. So we pass the message through the URL in a key value pair. How we do it? First, we specified the location where we want to visit if this condition is met, and then we need to put a question mark right here after the name, after the location, and then we need to write our key. So let's name our key as message equal to, and now we will give the value. You need to fill in the first name. Okay, save this. Great, right? Now go to your browser, go back, hit refresh, add students. Okay, fill in some random first last name and some random age. Don't fill the first name, okay, because we want to see the validation error, right? Now click add. Now see one thing, that we are submitting the form in our insert data.php, but we are not in the insert data.php after hitting the add button. We are redirected to our index.php page because I have specified the header function right here. Okay, and why this header function worked? Because these two conditions are met. It is checking if the first name is empty, then redirect the user to the index page, and it did the same thing. And if you notice in the URL, you can see we have our index message with the value we specified here. So now we want this value to be displayed right here at the top or at the bottom, with not just displaying it in the URL. So let's build that. Okay, so go to your index.php file and just below the table right here. Okay, let's create a h6 tag. Okay, let's drop some PHP first. Let's just drop some PHP, and here we will check with the isSet function in the similar manner whether the index is set in the URL or not. Which index? Message index, because our name is the name for the index is message. So if isSet, now $get, because the data is now traveling through the URL, correct? And in here our index, that is message. So if it is set, then I want to echo it out, right? So I will just copy this statement and paste it in here. Okay, save this. Now let's concatenate it with a 86 element, 86 tag of HTML, so that it will look a little good. Dot 86. Okay, now let's give a little bit of styling to our 86 element. So 86, first just give text align center and change the color to red. Save this, come here, hit refresh. So now just by hitting refresh we can see the message right here. You need to fill in the first name, correct? So this message is we are pulling this message from right here and displaying it right here. This is a validation, guys. Okay, so we did a form validation before submitting the data directly to our form. Okay, so you can do it for the rest of the fields also. Now suppose if I fill in the first name and fill in the last name and fill in the age and click add, so you can see that now we are in the insert data.php page, because in the insert data.php page we were only redirect to our index.php page when we have a validation error like this. And if everything is alright, if the variable holds some good data, then we need to perform the actual insert function. So let's do that, but we will not do that in this lecture because this lecture has already become a bit longer. So I will do it in the next lecture. So let's meet there and have a great day till then. Bye.